When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. When we love, we always strive to become better than we are. When we strive to become better than we are, everything around us becomes better too. One is loved because one is loved. No reason is needed for loving. There is only one thing that makes a dream impossible to achieve: the fear of failure. So, I love you because the entire universe conspired to help me find you. The secret of life, though, is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. Waiting is painful. Forgetting is painful. But not knowing which to do is the worst kind of suffering. The simple things are also the most extraordinary things, and only the wise can see them. If pain must come, may it come quickly. Because I have a life to live, and I need to live it in the best way possible. If he has to make a choice, may he make it now. Then I will either wait for him or forget him. Everyone seems to have a clear idea of how other people should lead their lives, but none about his or her own. Everything tells me that I am about to make a wrong decision, but making mistakes is just part of life. What does the world want of me? Does it want me to take no risks, to go back to where I came from because I didn't have the courage to say yes to life? Remember that wherever your heart is, there you will find your treasure. Tell your heart that the fear of suffering is worse than the suffering itself. And that no heart has ever suffered when it goes in search of its dreams, because every second of the search is a second's encounter with God and with eternity. When someone leaves, it's because someone else is about to arrive. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. Love is an untamed force. When we try to control it, it destroys us. When we try to imprison it, it enslaves us. When we try to understand it, it leaves us feeling lost and confused. No matter what he does, every person on earth plays a central role in the history of the world. And normally he doesn't know it. We can never judge the lives of others, because each person knows only their own pain and renunciation. It's one thing to feel that you are on the right path, but it's another to think that yours is the only path. When I had nothing to lose, I had everything. When I stopped being who I am, I found myself. A child can teach an adult 3 things: to be happy for no reason, to always be busy with something, and to know how to demand with all his might that which he desires. Nothing in the world is ever completely wrong. Even a stopped clock is right twice a day. When you find your path, you must not be afraid. You need to have sufficient courage to make mistakes. Disappointment, defeat, and despair are the tools God uses to show us the way. When we least expect it, life sets us a challenge to test our courage and willingness to change. At such a moment, there is no point in pretending that nothing has happened or in saying that we are not yet ready. The challenge will not wait. Life does not look back. A week is more than enough time for us to decide whether or not to accept our destiny. Tears are words that need to be written. Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart. If I am really a part of your dream, you'll come back one day. The 2 hardest tests on the spiritual road are the patience to wait for the right moment and the courage not to be disappointed with what we encounter. There are moments when troubles enter our lives and we can do nothing to avoid them. But they are there for a reason. Only when we have overcome them will we understand why they were there. Now that she had nothing to lose, she was free. Passion makes a person stop eating, sleeping, working, feeling at peace. A lot of people are frightened because, When it appears, it demolishes all the old things it finds in its path. No one wants their life thrown into chaos. That is why a lot of people keep that threat under control, and are somehow capable of sustaining a house or a structure that is already rotten. They are the engineers of the superseded. Other people think exactly the opposite. They surrender themselves without a second thought, hoping to find in passion the solutions to all their problems. They make the other person responsible for their happiness and blame them for their possible unhappiness. They are either euphoric because something marvelous has happened or depressed because something unexpected has just ruined everything. Keeping passion at bay or surrendering blindly to it, which of these two attitudes is the least destructive? This is what we call love. When you are loved, you can do anything in creation. When you are loved, there's no need at all to understand what's happening, because everything happens within you. People are capable, at any time in their lives, of doing what they dream of. None of us knows what might happen even the next minute, yet still we go forward. Because we trust. Because we have faith. We are travelers on a cosmic journey, stardust, swirling and dancing in the eddies and whirlpools of infinity. Life is eternal. We have stopped for a moment to encounter each other, to meet, to love, to share. This is a precious moment. It is a little parenthesis in eternity. When we meet someone and fall in love, we have a sense that the whole universe is on our side. And yet if something goes wrong, there is nothing left. How is it possible for the beauty that was there only minutes before to vanish so quickly? Life moves very fast. It rushes from heaven to hell in a matter of seconds. But love is always new. Regardless of whether we love once, twice, or a dozen times in our life, we always face a brand new situation. Love can consign us to hell or to paradise, but it always takes us somewhere. We simply have to accept it, because it is what nourishes our existence. If we reject it, we die of hunger, because we lack the courage to stretch out a hand and pluck the fruit from the branches of the tree of life. We have to take love where we find it, even if that means hours, days, weeks of disappointment and sadness. The moment we begin to seek love, love begins to seek us. And to save us.